Rutland's is up first. I can control my mouse. And they've actually got this. I've never seen anything like it before. It's a handheld, portable, oscillating sander. So as you can hopefully see by the pictures, you can hold it in your hand rather than a desktop mounted model. But you can also mount it to a desk and a bench. I think it's really innovative. I haven't seen anything like it. The only thing that I would be a bit concerned about is hoping that the spindle is square to the workpiece, because of course if that's slightly out of square, there doesn't look like there's much adjustment on it. I did have a larger model that they have on the bench and that was out of square for me, so do keep that in mind. But at the moment it's on offer in the Black Friday sale for $48.89, was $99.95. I'm kind of tempted to pick it up myself, but I thought it was interesting and worth mentioning. But Rutland's have actually got other Black Friday sales going on. They've got hand tools, accessories, equipment, garden tools, knives and stuff. Something else in the workshop equipment that caught my eye was some stackable cases. They seem to be like based on the Festool kind of design, and I've seen them somewhere. Here they are. These should have been £119 and now them £67.89. I just think stuff like this, it's ideal to put your tools in. It's got like a tray on the top. It's also got the wheelable base as well, the trolley. So, I mean, that's something else I'm tempted by. I don't know whether to pull the trigger on that one, but I thought it was interesting. And like I say, there is other deals at Rutland's as well going on at the moment. So, let's go over to Amazon. Now, I always mention Amazon, but they do always seem to have the widest variety of deals. Let's go to something that actually represents what we're into, and that's the DIY section. So as you can see straight away, we've got Bosch drill. We've even got the lawnmower, different electronics, some drill bits. I mean, they have some great deals, and especially like if you're a Prime member, you can get added deals on top as well. Black & Decker drill. So it's well worth going. There's links down in the description to check out these deals that I'm mentioning today. But luckily on Amazon they also give like a timer and the amount claimed. So for example, this wall socket, you can see that 17% have claimed this deal and it's going to be ending in 40 minutes. Just as an example, you can clearly see it on Amazon. Next up, we've got FFX. Now, FFX have been running their Black Friday deal since last week. I did mention them, but as you can see, they've also got a wide variety of what's available. And got some DeWalt gear, some Makita. They always have some decent deals on there, so it's well worth going to their site and checking them out regular. But of course, being Black Friday, they've got a much wider selection this week. Look, you got a big 6-pack DeWalt on offer, saving £50 on that one. It really is. It's just going to be a free for all, I think, today. So like, get scrolling through anything catches your eye, but like I said last week, don't buy just for the sake of there being a good discount on it kind of thing, because it's just a waste of money at the end of the day. Screwfix have got a sale on. They're not listing it as a Black Friday sale though. For some reason they've got it as a price crash, but as you can see, 23rd to the 27th, so it's a Black Friday sale. You've got LED work, like you've got the DeWalt sliding miter saw, and the DeWalt saws are brilliant. I've been using one myself recently and it's really accurate cuts on that, and I like the way that it slides out. It doesn't take up much space, so it doesn't like have the rails on the back, so you haven't got like a foot of wasted space behind it, which is good. Chainsaw, literally anything you can think of, I suppose. Wet dry shop vac, them are always useful to have, and that's in the deal, £40. That's a good price on that one, saving a tenner. If you're in the market for one, it's a tenner off at the end of the day. Let's move on to the next one. We've got B&Q. B&Q have got less of a selection. That we've got Karcher, we've got DeWalt, got some Stanley gear, and Shipak as well. There's also some smart home tech. I think these are still a bit pricey. I mean, these thermostats, they do look brilliant. Like, I think you can control them with your phone and stuff, but I suppose those are less relevant to us. But this DeWalt combi drill, 1.3 amp hour battery, which it's decent. Ideally you'd have a larger capacity, but for £70 you can't go wrong. It was 87, so you got a good deal there. That's a good point actually. Paul has just said down in the chat to just be aware of the prices, because they can be cheaper on other times of the year, and that's kind of what I was stressing. Don't just jump on them because it's Black Friday. I mean, these could be cheaper later in the year, could be cheaper when after Christmas and stuff like that, but if there is something that you want and it's cheaper than it was when you looked at it before, it's got to be worth it, ain't it? Let's go to the next one. We've got Axminster. Now these are more of like the higher end areas. I mean, you've got this jet mortiser, 469, but it was 674, so again, that's the kind of thing where if you've been waiting to get a mortising machine, now's the time kind of thing. Even a smaller thing, got the DeWalt batteries, you can have these adapters, look, so you can charge your phone off them. Compressor, now that's something that's really useful, but again, it's the size of your workshop, I suppose. The heavy duty ball table, but again, £140. So I do keep in mind, like Axminster has got kind of more of your professional grade gear on offer, but there is some of the cheaper ones as well. I mean, you've got the spray gun here. It's always worth just having a look through, and of course some clamps. So clamps are always useful, unless you want to pull the trigger on this, I suppose. A nice panel saw, it's only £3.5 out about that. That's nice and cheap, ain't it? Next we have got Klingspor Woodworking Shop. Now this is more for my friends across the pond. I do always kind of concentrate on the UK, but this one caught my eye. Sandpaper, that's what Klingspor is well known for, and sandpaper is kind of the thing where we always hate buying it because we don't see the much benefit of it until we run out, and then it's like, oh, I've got to go and spend a fortune on sandpaper. So they've got some discounts running across all their lineup. As you can see, they've got belts. They're well known for the sandpaper. Klingspor I've even got some here, the wet dry sandpaper. It's really good. I'm not sure actually if you can order and have it shipped to the UK, or if they've even got a UK outpost. I'll tell you what, while I'm live, let's try and find Klingspor UK, because I should have really done my research, shouldn't I? Got Klingspor in Germany, see, so because I suppose that's where them being produced. You can buy them but through a secondary site. What's this site? So this is kind of the benefit of doing it live. I can just have a chat about while everyone's chiming in. This is kind of, I prefer them to our pictures. Anyway, I suppose I could be here all day, but if you're across the pond, check them out. If you're not, do more research than me and see if you can buy them in the UK. But Klingspor, they do good sandpaper. Like I say, all of these I'm listed in the description. I do want to keep it short and sweet. I've got no competitions, I'm not doing any mentions, I just wanted to stick to these Black Friday sales this week. So I hope you all found them interesting, and I hope that you can get some decent deals. And as Paul says, don't rush in, do just have a think about it and just take in the chance that you could see it later cheaper. So bear that in mind. I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who's watching live. We've got Claire out in the chat now, Phil, Ken as well. Hi Ken. Morning everyone. Like I say, sorry that it's early, but I just wanted to get the deals out there just in case you miss them if I've done them later tonight. Massive thank you to everyone who supports me on Patreon, by the way. I really do appreciate it. It does really help me out a lot, and all of you who subscribed and click to get notifications and stuff like that, because YouTube kind of struggles sometimes to get the notifications out to people. So do try and bear with it, and hopefully they can sort it out in the future. I mean, I've had a few people saying like it'll notify them 18 minutes after I've gone live, but what are you going to do? I've got no control over that. But thank you all for watching. I hope you get some decent deals this week. I'll be back next week, hopefully with some better suggestions and competitions and the normal show back to normal. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next week. And now I do every single week. Stop.